Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically St. Augustine, Florida, and even more specifically than that, we are in front of the St. Augustine Ripley's Auditorium. This has always been one of my favorite auditoriums. It was only the second one I ever went to, and it is the original auditorium based out of this historic castle right here. And as I said, I've been to all 18 Ripley's auditoriums in the United States of America, but I wanted to stop back here at the St. Augustine Ripley's. I've heard that they have added some exhibits. They have a new jungle room, whatever that means. So we're gonna check this out together. Follow me. Check out this horrifying totem pole made out of wasps' nests. Sort of a nightmare situation. You can see her eyeball is a wasp nest. This guy, yeah, it's terrifying.
Okay, thank you so much.
For the fireplace, they have this adorable little lamb that is a malformed lamb that gives it ears like a rabbit. But I think it's pretty adorable. I'd love to have a lamb like that as a pet. Always get a kick out of the pecan Last Supper. You can see them having a turkey. See Jesus right there in the middle. Where's Pecan Judas? Got a lock of Joan Crawford's hair. We should go ahead and clone her. Also a lock of JFK's hair. Let's clone both of them. Oh, look at this tiny door. I also want to say hi to the world's greatest fake Fiji merman there. You can see there's a pencil here next to this chainsaw. And if you look closely, you can see that the entire alphabet has been carved into that pencil via chainsaw.
As the sand cooled off, it was reheated and placed back in the head.
Look at that sad little shrunken head right there. The Iron Maiden there. Oh, just popped open. There's like a ghost inside of it. Very spooky. Oh, it's closing again. And everyone's favorite, the torture section. Have a medieval torture mask. I guess it's just probably really uncomfortable. Persian flail, yeah, that would hurt getting smacked with that. Spiked crown, not necessarily the kind of crown you want to be put on your head, mainly because there's a big spike in it. That would hurt. There's another goofy mask that people would be forced to wear, and a big, horrific man trap that would snap your leg like a twig. There's a cannibalism section right here. There we have a guy eating a giant tarantula on a taco. It's a space station made out of matchsticks. I would worry that it would burst in flames, returning to the Earth's atmosphere. Centerpiece of the museum is this space capsule made out of an erector set. And it looks here we have a female Boba Fett made out of junk. The man himself, Robert Wadlow, world's tallest gentleman. Here's Walter Hudson, the 1,400-pound man. But look what they did. They put a funhouse mirror in front of him so he can feel a little bit thinner. That is at least moderately disturbing. The Apollo 14 golf ball was actually hit on the moon, and it sailed 400 yards. And of course, whenever you're traveling in space, you don't want to leave Jesus behind. So here is a lunar Bible. You can see it's like a little microchip inside this Fabergé egg. Here is their newest section, newly added jungle room. Here's a nail fetish statue. As you can see, it's adorned with tons of nails and spikes. It says each nail represents either an agreement, a promise of vengeance, or a promise of protection. So there are a lot of promises on display here. If you look really closely at this snake, you can actually see that he is composed entirely out of silverware. It's a Solomon Islands ancestor skull. See those discs attached to the skull are actually a form of money that the deceased would be able to use in the afterlife. Asmat skull necklace. This is kind of a interesting display. It opens up and shows you the artifact while having like a computer overlay over the front. So, isolated within New Guinea, the Asmat people were legendary head-hunting cannibals who worshipped the human skull. When the husband died in the Asmat culture, the widow would cut off her husband's head and create a necklace to wear while she was in mourning. Very spooky. If the lower jaw is missing, it suggests the brain was eaten before the skull was made into a necklace. Oh yeah, no lower jaw, so someone chowed down on those brains. Some different weapons here. I like this crocodile war club. I guess you can just club someone upside the head with an alligator paw. Good old alligator smack. That'll teach them. Here's elephant tail money. It'd be interesting to live in a society where all items were purchased with elephant tails. Asmat spirit mask. Now, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I think if you wore this, you'd kind of look like a man made of bacon. We have some new freaks on display here. We have an 8-legged puppy. As you can see, he's so small, he most likely was never born. You see him. They placed him next to a fire hydrant. So in case he needs to use the facilities. Joining our 8-legged puppy is this conjoined Siamese kitten. You can see very, very tiny 2 kittens conjoined together, but they put them some comforts in there, some balls of yarn and a milk jug to keep them comfortable. It's an interesting little display. See a little squirrel there. He's dressed up in some winter clothes, and he's trying to retrieve this apple that has been placed on a trap. I guess the trap probably meant to catch him, but he's trying to spring the trap with his little stick there so that he can have the delicious apple. This is amazing. You can see that is a hippo's tooth through this tortoise. Apparently a hippo tried to take a big bite out of the tortoise, but his whole tooth snapped off, and it says the tortoise lived another 15 years with a big old hippo's tooth jammed through its body. Sometimes you want to make taxidermied animals, but you can't kill them because they're too rare. So this snow owl was actually reconstituted from chicken parts. This lion here was brought back from Africa by Robert Ripley himself and actually sat in his home. There's a portrait of a lion right here, and if you look closely, you can see it's all composed of little tiny plastic toys, all constituted together to form the lion. Oh, look, there's Lassie right there. As we pull back, we can see it is a mighty lion. Of course, cats always one of the closest animals to humans throughout history. There is a genuine Egyptian mummified cat. Here we get to design our own prank of nature. So let's get started. What's our base animal gonna be? How about a little piggy? Start with a little piggy. What else do we get? We gotta add extra body parts. Ooh, what do we want to add? Antlers? We can make a pigalope. We can give it extra head. Oh, can we add all these? Let's just go nuts. Let's give it extra tail, some extra legs, more legs. Need some wings. All right. What else can we add? Choose a pattern. Let's give it some spots. Some red spots would be quite fashionable. Choose eyes. Give it an extra eye in its forehead. Yeah, we'll go with the 3-eyed look. Choose a collar. I think it would be like nice with a snazzy little bow tie. And there we go, success. That is one weird pet. I love him so much already. Oh, there's a different kind of mask. That's cool. I think you can crouch forward, change them. It's the same one. Oh, I think I like this one. I like that one a lot. I like this one. I like that. Like the big mustache there. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, now I'm wearing a hat we're drinking mixed drinks out of. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there you go. That's back. The lip disc woman. Of course, it's very obvious why they call her that, because she has a disc in each lip. It's an Ethiopian wood headrest. They would use that instead of a pillow, which does not seem very, very comfortable, to be completely honest. Some cosmonaut space food. It is a brick of HA3, which is apparently a pineapple drink. Not sure why it comes in a brick. Kind of see how this building is laid out, the different floors of the castle. We got a matchstick space station up here. Here's a matchup we've been waiting for a while. Ripley's versus Star Wars. How tall? We have Chewbacca here. So Robert Wadlow, 8'11", towering over Chewbacca, who's only 7'6". And Yoda may be short at 2 feet 2 inches, but he doesn't stand up to Chandra Bahadru Dangi, the world's shortest man, who is 1 foot and 9.5 inches. We have a Star Wars AT-AT made out of computer parts. And there's a C-3PO head made of junk.
Hey, can you give me a hand here?
A hand? Did you get your head stuck in that window? I don't know, there's much that I can do to assist you in your situation.
Hey, have any food?
Food? No. I don't think you're supposed to eat in the museum. This is human candlestick Shang Tung. He wanted to be preserved upon his death. He was a monk, and so they actually dressed him in rags and used him as a candlestick holder for the rest of eternity. Open if you dare. Oh, buddy, I dare. I dare. All right, entering the tomb of the werewolf. All right, so I guess what you do here is you try to match up the skull to your face. I guess trying to be some sort of Skeletor-like creature. This is Boris. He is a Goliath bird-eating tarantula. Boris, you are a scary, scary boy. Look at him. Doesn't move a lot. He's still very, very spooky. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Boris. So, such a creepy spider. I like the little guy, but yeah, he's got a certain creepy aura to him. Definitely probably wouldn't want him to climb on my face. There's actually a legend in this castle spawning from a real-life tragedy. This is April of 1944. A fire swept through this building, and 2 women died of smoke inhalation. They'd locked themselves in the bathroom to avoid the flames, but ended up suffocating from the smoke, saying that to this day people still see the ghosts in this castle. You can see one of these young ladies here trying to escape from the fire, but as we walk around, she has suddenly vanished. It's a beer can camera. I guess you can actually take pictures with your Budweiser. This is pretty cool here. This is like a piece of cut wood, a board, but when they cut into it, there was a walnut embedded in the wood, and that got sliced in half as well. Really cool. It's a cool little 2-headed calf skull. Here is a hippopotamus foot door stopper, because really, how else would you keep your door open? Yes, the legendary Robert Ripley. This one is actually a penny presser. He'll turn a crank and smash a penny for you. And if you'd like a Carpetbagger smash penny, of course, you can get one in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description. Proceeding through the vortex will cause disorientation. Disorientation is my middle name. Woo. can see in the gift shop here, they have a Star Wars inspired shirt with some of the different Ripley's characters being portrayed as Star Wars characters. Of course, the Gurning Man is Darth Vader. It looks like the Human Unicorn is Luke Skywalker. Or is that Luke Skywalker? That's the Cuban Papa. I think that's Luke Skywalker. Not sure who that is. Candlehead Man is Han Solo. That shrunken head is R2-D2. That dog with false teeth is Chewbacca. And then Jojo the dog-faced boy is C-3PO. Oh yeah, and the world's largest ball of rubber bands is the Death Star. Also have a shrunken head t-shirt and a vampire killing kit t-shirt that kind of lays out all the primary components of a vampire killing kit. This is a very strange piece of merchandise here. It is a Wadlow copter. It's Robert Wadlow with a helicopter coming out of his head. Of course, this version of Wadlow is not tall. He's got a very short, stubby body, which is kind of goes against the defining characteristics of Wadlow. I don't know. Check out this mean old shark here. Wonder what he's gonna eat. Nom 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 nom. Oh no, shark! Look what you're eating. Bleh. Bleh. It was an accident. Bleh. You can see this metal horse shimmering in the dark with all these different colored lights. Appreciate you guys joining me here in St. Augustine at the St. Augustine Ripley's Auditorium. I do love to stop back in to some of these Ripleys. Like I said, I've been to all the Ripleys in the United States, but I still, when in town, like to stop in and see any new exhibits they have, any new artifacts that they may have incorporated since the last visit. If you'd like to see the other Ripleys I've been, as well as other roadside attractions, amusement parks, and other fun things, please check the interactive map in the description. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider buying a t-shirt, consider donating to Patreon. A $3 or more donation will get you a postcard once a month. Also now selling pressed pennies in my Etsy shop. But until next time, this one's in the bag.